Juan-O's world.
My baby mama trippin', she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these hoes alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app. It's like, hold up a minute. OG Giggity, what's the deal, baby?
Wow, what's happening, baby?
Hey, you know all this time when I heard that, I thought y'all was saying my name.
We was. And then we'll say your name. You can be in your name. It's cool. That's your name? What's your name? Wine?
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wine. Oh, wine. Yeah, that's
Hey, you
you, bro.
invented that?
No, I be wanting to give BG the credit, but I don't know who. I know when I was in prison, like I would call home and ask people what are the sayings, what's going on out there. So people be like, oh, they got this thing, ski weed and all this other old stuff. I said, they don't say why no. I said, nah, man, I won't say that old stuff. This is the new. Excuse me. So I was like, when I come home, I'm not saying no ski weed and all that old bull crap y'all
You
saying.
better not
I'm
be
going back
saying
to the
ski
old
weed.
days. Yeah. So when I come home, I just started back saying that. Then I seen Lil Wayne say he like it. BG, he go because he was saying it before um he went to prison. And Juju, everybody, Turk, all of them started back saying it. OG Booby Black, uh, uh, Chopper from Making of the Band, they all back.
Yeah.
So I shook it back. So I'm gonna
How
put
that
half the
shit,
credit.
how that shit feel that you know they watching you, you know they fucking with you, but they ain't fucking with
I always say they're peeking and not speaking.
you?
I I'm not surprised because at a young age they all used to look up to me, watch me, and follow me. So now, I mean, if you want to watch, one of the greatest shows on YouTube. Hey man, do your thing. But to me, it's fake. Because if I don't like you, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna support you. I'm not gonna watch your channel. Uh, unless I'm trying to make a reaction video, to what you
Say
got
the
going on.
fuck with
Right? If you say something about me, I miss the answer right back. But
you. Yeah, like I Diesel.
yeah, like Wayne have a page, Juvie have a page, BG, Turk, Bird, they all have a page. So, a lot of them watch to see if I'm going to say something about them because BG didn't know the magnitude of social media. Like I didn't know when I come home. So BG didn't know the voice I had on. So because he was used to shouting me out and people hearing my name from him. So when he come home with the bull and I entertained him, he was like, "Whoa!" It shocked him, that I didn't need him or Bird, none of them, So it's a
Yeah, that
blessing.
voice big.
Yeah, it was a blessing. I always tell people, God took everything from me, all the materialistic stuff from me, and made me start from the bottom on up. You know,
Mhm.
so which was cool. But I didn't think that social media would have me where I'm at today. I I still can't believe that. I be thinking just because you're on YouTube, all right, it's like another TV. I see what's up and keep it moving. But I get a lot of love when I'm in the streets.
Yeah, I was one of the first. I don't know. I know a lot of people probably reached out to you, but when I first seen you hit it, I'm like, I see what you about to do. I seen the lane for you, and you worked the fuck out of
Say, bro,
it.
because then what I tell people, if you think about it, 90 some percent of the people on YouTube want to be gangsters. So my
Mhm.
thing was, I was a gangster in real life. I don't want to be a gangster no more. That got me in life in 20 years. So my thing was, okay, I'm gonna take this approach on social media because I already know how I feel to be on that side. Let me go on this side. Another thing, if I was still in the streets, I wouldn't want to go to social media and see another gangster telling me how he would spin or how he would load his gun. Because I'm a gangster, I know I'm gonna do my own thing. I don't want to see that. I will go to social media to find out what made how to pressure bust your pipe. Like I'm a gangster, you saying you a gangster. How did you fold? I want to know what caused that. If I did go to social media, if I was still in the streets, but you'll be surprised, bro. It's like you got more families that love social media, that follow me, that listen to what I say. Let me tell you what really shocked me one time. We was
What was
on
that?
live. Me and Crypto G's, we was on live one time, and this lady came in our live, and she was like, "How you doing? I learned about your channel from my students. I'm a high school teacher, and my students be having your videos on in the class. So I was like, whoa, I gotta be careful what I say now because I know these little youngsters are listening, you know. But yeah, man,
Right.
it's been a blessing though, man.
Yeah, speaking of that, you know what you just explained made me think about this whole that no jumper stuff that's going on, the Big U situation. What you think about that, man?
I think that, like I said, once again, the streets get caught up into social media because a lot of them will say, "Oh man, y'all, if I'm a real one or you a real one, you should be on social media." So when you look back on a lot of stuff, Loose Cannon, Brick Baby, Whack 100, they was putting a lot of the business out, just putting it out there. And the crazy part about it, I understand what people over and over and over and over. We show them that the feds are listening, the YouTube or police are listening, and you constantly want to create content just to go viral, whatever, and not knowing them people taking down notes. So when you get
Man,
busted, first thing you wanted, how I got caught. Because you was putting your business out there. You was talking about it like Luke Kettle was saying how they started Meat Meals and how they made what the $1 million what the game
DJ
get
Khaled.
a kid no get a kid and his son
Oh
getting
yeah,
arrested.
Gilly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Y'all put it so them people gonna charge you with that. They're gonna hit y'all with a RICO. You know what I'm saying. So man,
You know the crazy part of the story? The nigga Big U knew his phone was tapped for the past couple of years, and he still was calling people doing business on that phone.
man, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, and then they wonder like how they got themselves caught up. Then what's gonna happen now is Big U got a family, so when he was one, you saw him with his wife and his children. So now, like at the age you at, like bro, you too old to be going to prison. So now, how you gonna work that out? Because you can't take a 20 piece. That's gonna hurt.
I don't think he got a choice. When I was looking at the paperwork, I couldn't be mad if the rest of the dudes on that case told on him because he got everybody hot.
Yeah, but at
But
the end of the day, this is a game they play. So
right.
they all be on social media with the gangster talk. So they can't. Well, I don't say they can't, but it's not gonna be in their best interest because you gotta keep in mind, no jump are gonna cover that whole case. Whack 100 gonna
Right.
cover that whole case. So if
Right.
anybody start eats a Velveeta, it's gonna hit the internet.
Man, that's something. Now you got real experience from how these cases work. With a
Hmm.
conspiracy, RICO, it's two different RICOs going on. Is it not odd to you that Whack 100 ain't get wrapped up in none of that?
No, because I already think Whack 100 is the police. No, that's not
Mm.
I. No, not at all. No. Listen, I've been telling people for the longest, right? Whack 100
Okay.
give everybody paperwork. But Whack caught a gun case in Texas, and his sentencing something was sealed. So I've been telling people, tell Wack unseal the sentencing hearing because if you don't have nothing to hide, you're gonna open it up, right? So
Right.
I saw this guy with this other YouTube channel. He finally spoke on the case and he pulled up the paperwork why they threw Wack 100 charge out, and he was saying what they
In
circle was.
furtherance of justice.
Yeah, something like he had to give up information, but I don't know. But uh, I just think Wack been cooperate with the people, and it's always the person with the loud voice be the one you got to watch.
Yeah. I just from my own experience, at least you in a conspiracy because you talking to people on both sides. You on every all these niggas phone tapped and they all talking to you.
Right.
Then your own social media presence of saying this and saying that. Then you expose witness statements. That's witness tampering. And then you
Yeah.
sitting on no jumper saying that you was trying to give them a warning.
And
Anybody else
then
would.
and then you can't forget about when I think he was going at it with Jay Prince. He admitted the feds called him to talk to the one. Come on, man, the Fed gonna give you a courtesy call? Man, come on, brother. This I be trying to tell these youngsters, man. A lot of these dudes faking, man. A lot of them clones, but some of them get it and some of them don't. Some of them just love the entertainment part of it. So I could just only do so much, and then I'm out the way.
Yeah, that shit seem like it's pretty much over with though, man. I don't understand what motherfuckers is getting out of it, and then you got people that's supposed to be in the same gang telling on you. I don't really understand that. Like, if I'm in a gang with you, why are we killing and snitching on each other?
Cause you know the new code. Why go to the pen when you can tell on a friend? Why get 10 when you can tell on a friend, bro?
Man, in
That's what
your
it is.
experience, has it always been like this?
Yeah, man. Think about go back to the mob. I mean, tell it. This is the thing. What I tell people: social media has made it bad because people been telling it just the word couldn't get around to the mass. But now with social media, the word could get around to the mass because people get to put it on social media. Everybody and their mother watch social media. When I
Right.
come home, everywhere I went and look at the bus stop in the malls, guess what? Everybody doing this right here, bro. They got their phone in their hand and they like this here. I'm like,
Motherfuckers can't see.
yeah, not on that, but like you ain't paying attention to your surrounding. Like you just they in their phones, bro. So social media is a new, that's the way to get anything promotion. Anything you want to get out to the mass, go to social media. Somebody gonna pick up on it and they gonna keep sharing it, make remixes, add lies to it, all kind of other stuff to it. But the message gonna get out.
You ever seen some shit like that where a motherfucker fighting a case and they calling home talking about how they getting into more shit or speaking on the case or adding more evidence to the case like how these guys is doing? You ever seen some shit like this?
Yes, all that happens all the time. You got some people that you will warn and tell them, hey, bro, the government listening. Be like, yeah, but they might not be listening to me, or I'm a small player in this here. They ain't paying attention to me, and that be the one they'll go after, the weak ones, the one that feel like they got a family, they got something to lose. So you know what? We're gonna talk to this person. This person got children, got a wife, or they live with the family. He's the breadwinner. The breadwinner can't afford to leave the household. Because guess what? When you leave that household, when you do get a phone call and you hear that man in the background, man, who that is? Who that man? Who that voice is? That's the new dude that moved in. Now you going crazy, bro. True, they do. Say, listen, when I first got locked up in the Fed, bro, it was this big old dude, right?
Okay.
He was like, we had like pay phones and that, right? And I'm ear hustling on this phone call, right? So he like, who that is? Why
Damn,
you
is that
doing me
my
like
shit
that?
or his shit? Oh,
He
that's
started crying right here on the phone, but I didn't want to let because he was a big dude. And I was real small, so I was like, man, like, you big old. And then I wanted, like, I said, man, I wonder how she look, because he a fat, ugly dude. He big, ugly. So I wonder, but man, I don't mean him, ain't got cool. And we started kicking it. And he showed me the picture. I want to cry for him. That's how she was pretty and fine.
he
And
was
she was
that
on the
bad.
beach. Yeah, it was a beach picture. She said, I said, oh boy, you left all that out there. But I've seen it plenty of times, bro. Like, let me tell you something. My son going through trial right now as we speak.
Right.
And he had three of his children's mother in there. He had one, two, three. So he had like six women altogether in there for him. So one of the baby mothers peeped everything, and I made a joke to the other. I was like, "Man, my son got it going on." When I couldn't feel, all my baby mothers ain't come to court for me. So the other one got mad, right? So she stopped coming, making all kind of posts, hoping he get a license and all this other stuff. But the other ones in there, no, she there for him, and they just all in there supporting him. Because I was like, if they give him time, they all gonna fade away anyway. But
Right.
I just like that they there supporting him now. But man, I ain't have it like that. All the women I
Man,
had when I hit the feds, only two of my baby mothers was there out of eight baby mothers was there in that courthouse. Um,
you think they was fucking with you because they liked you or just because you was gangster? Think they was
maybe
fucking with Terrance or fucking with gangster?
two of them was messing with Terrance. The rest was gangster because I was so flamboyant and I kept foreign calls. And I was a teenager, coming through throwing money out the sunroof, or I would come out the club and cuss or get everybody attention, then wipe my shoe off with a $100 bill, throw it down. So a lot of them was infatuated with the stunting part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Then I was young with a Mercedes Benz in a project.
Oh,
Um,
that's over. You
yeah, I had
touching
a
everything.
Yeah, I had the QX4 at the showroom floor, and I had a picture. I still got this license plate to this day. I have a picture of myself on a license plate when I'm jealous of myself. So I was very arrogant and cocky back then. So a lot of ones in fashion with that. And you know, we always how they always say a good girl always want a bad boy.
Well,
You know, because a lot of their parents always tell them, "You stay away from his boy. You stay away. He not no good," and that make them want to go to see why I gotta stay away from him. So they sneaking out the house or they got the window where you sneaking in, or they, it's man.
man. So if ain't nobody hold you down, who held all your shit for you? Cause you got all your pictures, you got the jury. Who held all that for you?
My mother.
Word.
Listen, let me say this here. All my children, mother, what I respect about them to this day is I've always been able to see my children since I was locked up. None of them never kept my children away from me. None of them.
Mm-hmm.
They always made sure I had a phone to contact. My children had phones, so that's why Hey man, Lord, we can hear you up here. Hey, my man, Diesel. What's up, my brother? Interview time, brother. Quiet on the set. My bad, oh. Yeah, y'all see how Diesel hating on me? Cause he ain't got the interview. I'm sorry, bro. Nah, he told me he ain't know. He know I was on it because I said I was about to do the interview. He hating on me. Anyway, I told you later. So anyway, like I was saying, if I rudely brother by Diesel, y'all. Yeah, so all my children mother always made sure that I saw my children. So I always respect them for that. And I've always my mind always been because I did from juvenile state to the face. I've always knew that you can't control a woman vagina from prison.
Right.
See, my
You
thing
can't
always
control a
been,
woman vagina in the bed with her.
yeah, so you know about in prison. So my thing always been, I just need your mind and your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need you to make some runs for me, help me with this lawyer, get an appeal, or you to come visit me. I can get my field and roll on in the visiting room, or whatever the
Right.
case may be. That's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Now my thing always been. Now I get a release date. It's my turn now. It's gonna be Uptown Madness now. Now, listen, you had your fun. Now it's my turn. But yeah, man, I respect all of them for that. They always made sure I saw my children, and that's what the main. That was more important to me. I could see my children, because when I left, my son that's on trial now, he was 4 months old. My
Damn.
youngest daughter, yeah, my youngest daughter, she was still in her mother. I got locked up more. She was born in May. So,
Mm.
yeah, man. So a lot
So
of they
you
were
got to have
crazy,
that.
right?
They
I got
got
to
to
watch
have
these
you in their
go right. Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah,
Not just with no pictures. You talking to them, and I
right.
know you sending them bread.
Of course, like one of my daughters graduated from Howard University. I helped pay for her college tuition. My other one graduated from Tulane University. So
Right.
that was, I played a big part in that. Actually, even when they went to high school, we used to pay for them to go to high school too, as well. So I've always been in their lives, and like to this day, we all got a good relationship. But let me tell you what's crazy, man. My
What's that?
oldest son, my oldest son, um, I want to say, I think he was 3 years old when I left the streets. Actually, he had just turned 4 years old. Actually, um, so I didn't see him as much, right? So
Mm-hmm.
deep into my bid, his mother got married, but me and her husband had been knowing each other from back in the days. So I sent them a visiting form. But yeah, so this was, let me tell you, was crazy, right? So I had seen my son like at the end of my bid. I hadn't seen him in so many years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm checking to this hotel in New Orleans, and this little dude walking with a little plastic, little beard. I say he look like he'll try to rob somebody or something. Right? I'm in this nice little hotel, right? But as I'm looking at him, I was like, but he looked like if he clean up, he like he'll be a handsome little young man. So I'm looking at him. He smiled. I said, "Oh, well, he look friendly. All right, well, he smiling. All right, cool. I know he ain't no op or nothing. So like, what's up? He walked. He gave me that. I was like, all right. So I see. I wonder, and I'm looking at him, right? I don't want to say, man, you my son. So I was like, I said, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go this route. I said, man, how the children doing? Oh man, they good. Cause I had got a picture like at the
Right?
end of him and like five of his children. I was like, okay. So I said, all right, let me try one more tactic. I said, yeah, man, I was talking to your mother the other day. She told me you was doing, all right. Da, da, da. He was like, yeah, you started smiling. And I was like, man, this is my oldest son right here. And I ain't know,
Trying to
I was
talk
like,
around it.
first, I was like, what would you, he was working for the, what you call that thing, the Uber, with the thing when they bring the food.
Oh yeah, the Uber Eats.
That thing there, he was working there. He was bringing somebody their food at the hotel.
He already knew it was you.
Yeah, he knew I was because he walked. He said, "Man, you looking good." Like, thank you. But I was like, "This is my son." But you know, them little boy had them little beards these days, and they just be,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm like,
These young niggas, the young niggas, they get girls looking scruffy with tight ass jogging pants on.
yeah, man, them girls like that. Wait, man, it's their era, man. I just stay out their way. But yeah, man, because
They
I was
be
looking, I was
having
like,
Adidas with Nikes on, man.
yeah, they
It's
switched to
crazy.
yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, you're right about that. Hmm.
It made me feel stupid. Like nigga, if I had a Nike jogging suit, I gotta have the Nike shoes. They nah, no,
I,
you don't.
I was just telling somebody about that. Kid, is it all right to have Louis on and Gucci on, like cross it? And it was like, yeah, it's all right. I was like, man, I don't like that, but that's, you know. Me and somebody else had that same conversation what you just brought up, bro. That's crazy, bro.
This shit getting crazy out here on the dress up tip, man.
But
Hey,
you know
you
what?
what?
The thing is, I'm enjoying it because, like, with me and Diesel from the Milf, like today we was riding, right? We was in the French quarters because we was heading to go to the bowling alley, back there by the Riverwalk. So as we going through, he just so excited, laughing and smiling because, excuse me, he just did 30 years. So
Right.
So for him just to be riding and see all these people walking, it was just amazing to him. And I'm looking at him like he only been here on 6 months from 30 years flat now. And he on 6 months.
Damn.
So yeah, man. The last time I saw that man, we had both got shot up, right? So we was on a medical tier. I got one of the dudes give me a knife. He had a knife. We was about to meet up in the middle of the floor to stab each other up. And the guards saw us about to meet up and they moved him. This was August of 94. I had never saw this man ever again until this year. Well, no, yeah,
Was
last
it
year.
was it easy to let the beef go?
Yeah, because we didn't like he didn't kill nobody on my side. I didn't kill nobody on his side. They
Yeah.
almost killed me because I got stabbed in my chest and back here. But for the most part, my mind is like it's easy for me to sit down with you and talk because I walked up to them and swung on them first. Just so happened they was just waiting. So the element of surprise, like, whoa, why y'all get these steak knives in here? You know what I'm saying? So they defend themselves, and so you gotta respect that. But and then my thing is, I want to help the average youth. We go to school like him and I done teamed up. We got a few schools we going to. The chief of police just hit me in Instagram in Jonesburg, something Louisiana. He says a population of 5,000, but the little youngsters crazy, so they want us to come out there and talk to them. So we got a big
Right.
movement going, that we doing. So yeah, it's pretty
It's
cool.
necessary. Cause you know
Yeah.
what's funny about it? When you go through all of these wars and you have ops or whatever, when you end up in the feds, that nigga that was giving you all that hell in the street, that who else gonna have you back?
Yeah, that's a
Cause y'all,
fact. When you go to
you
field,
know, cause
everybody got to stick together. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, cause ain't no more Calio Magnolia. Now it's this the New Orleans car.
No, Louisiana car, and then
Louisiana, yeah.
and then it go to being a dirty South car. So everybody, all the Southern states are coming together. And you be like, man, I don't know this man, but you got to watch his back. You got to hold him down. Like, man, what? I'm about to lose my good time for somebody I don't know, or I lose my life, for that. But yeah, that's how I go, man. In penitentiaries, man.
And you gotta play a part of that, don't you?
Yeah, or you going the thing is this: you don't have to, but what happens is the wolves going. It's like how that sheep will stray off from the herd, and then them
Hmm.
wolves come in. So what happens is if you go to a pen and be like, "Listen, man, I ain't no homeboy time, I'm on man time." Like, all right, your homie's gonna be all right with you, or you on your own. So if you go into the commissary, or if you got a package, a bomb, where you hustling, so you got them jack boys gonna be lurking. They gonna go to your car, be like, "Look, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" Oh, now he ain't with us. So now they gonna run down on you because you ain't got that support of your car. So you might be a man about it, try to fight, try to up your name, but it's gonna be 4, 5 of them gonna come at you. So you might get out over manpower or whatever, and you got to get up off the yard, or you get robbed out your stuff. So you embarrassed. You got to take that walk of shame. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's good to politic with your call with your people because well, them boys, because you got people in there 2, 3, 4 life sentence, 5 life sentence, they ain't never coming home. Some of them don't have nothing. Some don't have no outside support. So if they see you going to the commissary, or if you got a package in where you selling heroin or weed or Suboxone, and they say you man, we going to get that, we going to
Right.
jack him, and that's what they do, man. You know.
What about somebody like you that just you ain't really have to hustle in there? You got, you locked in with your family. They making sure you straight. Was was people trying to be friends with you, or they was trying to get you to be down with shit?
Um, of course, people always want to be friends with me because I was always respectful. I did sell drugs while in prison. Well, I went to the whole baby cut me off for 6 months, but I went to the whole investigation for selling heroin in the prison, and he was like, "Man, you already got locked up, and you back in there, and we taking care of you, man. I ain't messing with him." So he changed his number and cut me off for a good 6 months. Yeah, he did that, and I needed that, but I've always been a hustler. Like I had thousands of dollars in my book robbing people in jail, running down with knives, and I was like, man, you tripping. When I think back on, I was like, man, I could have been killed. You know,
Right.
um, one of my Muslim brothers, he in transit, so he sits at the table. He claiming his table. He had packed his stuff. He was about to move to another prison the next day. So this guy sit in his seat. He moves the guy a cup. They get the arguing. We had 2 knives. We used to keep it in the religious room. One was in the ceiling. That's why I had mine there. And one was on the floor. The SIS found the one on the floor and the one on the ceiling. We still had it. So he come and he said, "Ah, man, let me get the knife." I was like, "What's going on?" So as him and I walking towards the religious room, the other guy, the big guy, come run down. And so now my brother was doing what we call selling death, where you B word, F word, cussing the guy out, and I'm in the middle of it.
Mm,
So the guy like, "Hey man," he taking his watch out, man. Let us take 5. I said, "No, man, you too big to fight him." I said, "Bro, please leave. It's not gonna be a 1-on-1. You're not gonna fight him." So the guy, co-defendant, comes and said, "Man, get your homie." So the guy walked up. So the brother from DC, he stood, "Man, give me the knife, man. I'm gonna stab him." "Nah, man, the man don't want no problem." So he still was meddling with that man. The man up the stair, he go up the stair, get the man face, point his hand. That dude stole off on him. So as I run up the stairs to help him, so now they falling down the stairs. So like
whoa.
it's like 17 stairs, right? So picture
Concrete, right?
we cut like at the top. So if they fall, I try to hold him so he wouldn't hurt himself. So now we going down the stairs, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm mad now. Now I want to kill. So I jump up, they start fighting. I go to the religion room, get the knife. I stabbed the dude co-defendant, then I went to stab him, and I stood over the guy. I could have killed this guy. But then I say, hold on. You already have a life sentence. You about to kill this man. Now you're gonna get another life in prison. You're gonna be stuck with this life. So I backed off his
Right.
coat, other co-defendant stuck behind me, punched me, and I chased him, went to my cell, I bent that knife, flushed it. We went to the hole for it. And then I got caught with a 10-inch shank in my cell. They was hating on me in another unit.
A
So
10-inch shank. What the fuck you make a 10-inch shank out of?
man, anything rods. Like we used to have dental floss where we would cut the beds out. You could make shank out of any knife, any little piece of metal, anything, man. Listen in a penitentiary at night. All you gonna hear is because people sharpening knives in themselves. Yeah, man.
Right.
So when you listen, you're like, man, oh man, they got a knife. They getting ready. So you got to be on point. I listen. I don't never want to go back to prison. I thank God I made it out. I was over like over 300 men before, a bunch of guys. And it's a headache because when one time I just got through in the front. It was a situation with Louisiana and Alabama. And
Right.
the shot caller for Alabama, big old dude too, he said, "Man, who called that shot on my home and get jumped on in the unit?" They said, "Who's speaking for Louisiana?" They said, "Gangster." Now, mind you, I'm on Muslim time at this time. So my 2
Right.
homies come got me. They said, "Man, Big Mighty from Alabama want to see you." I'm like, "For what?" They said, "Man, because he asked who we speak, we told him you." But I kept a knife, my plexiglass on. I go downstairs. So my 2 homies walking behind me and Big Mighty walk. He said, "You speak for Louisiana?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You the one call that hit on my homie?" I said, "Yeah." He looked at, he was shocked because he was big too. But I got my knife on him, so it's like we even. So he was like, "Well, man, anytime my homies get into it with your homie for now, come holler at me." Yada yada. I was like, "All right, cool." But
But you ain't even call that shot though, did you?
yeah, I did. Um, I
Oh,
did. Yeah, I did. But I wasn't technically speaking the shot caller for Louisiana. You had Harry and Darrell, the twin brothers was there, Johnny Graham. So you had some people who had big names from the street that was already there. But what happens is when you go to compound, some of the younger homies gonna lean more to you if you look it out. So what I do when I go to a compound, if I get an officer or somebody and I'm getting contraband in, all my little homies who don't have outside support, who don't have nothing, I'm gonna give them something and tell them, go get your hustle on, get your money up, and come back and score from me. Where some of my homies
mhm.
like fronting the homies, so the homies be like, man, he front me up. I gotta bring this back. I don't got that much for myself. Da, da, da. So I just learned the
We call that
game.
shit the rope a dope.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
rope a dope, cause you hooked on that motherfucker. You never get to keep nothing for yourself.
yeah, man. So I would always get a little homie. I say, look, and I would tell him this. My locker going still, but like I never lock my locker. I said, go get what you want. Don't ask me for nothing. Go get it. If I only have one left, come ask me then. But other than that, man, y'all go. So all the youngsters always liked me. So it was always easy for me to like point the finger, go, go, go. You go, you go, you go. But the thing is this, I would never send people on a mission to do something that I wouldn't do.
Right, right. Speaking of loved ones, that made me think. What's up with your brother-in-law, TTE Naughty?
Say, bro, I ain't hear from that guy in a minute, bro. He was talking to my bro Hank in TV at one time, so I haven't heard from him. I don't know um, what's going on with him, bro. I ain't heard that name in a minute, bro. You know, um,
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna have to hit up. We're going to hit up Hank in TV, asking what's going on, bro.
yeah. What did you ever hook up with his sister?
No, I helped her. I helped her with her YouTube channel though. I helped
Right.
her with her YouTube channel. Yeah, she monetized, making money now, but I never like messed around with her like that.
Yeah, I checked her out. I thought you was. I'm like, look at gangster. You playing a dirty game about to
Yeah.
stab his sisters.
Oh no, no. Oh yeah, because when he first attacked me, I was like, okay, him and his sister got a hate love relationship. I said, well, I'm gonna befriend her, and you know, the social media gonna take it around with, oh, they having sex, oh, they
Right.
do, and just, but nah, I never messed
Yeah.
with
Man, he
him.
he 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 really threw that in the trash because he was about to have had the internet his way. I don't know what he
Yeah,
what happened to him.
drugs. It was the drugs, bro. He couldn't shake them drugs, bro. It was those
Yeah.
drugs.
Then
I
he had a bunch
believe.
of contradictory points. He'd be going hard on somebody,
Mhm.
then be, oh nigga, I love you.
It's the
That
drugs,
BG
bro.
yeah,
Yeah, the mood
yeah,
swing.
yeah. That's another thing that made me think of you and BG ain't did no talking. I heard him speaking highly of you on the interview of your past in the interview I seen with him not too long ago, but y'all ain't had no talk at all. Say how y'all.
No, they miss me, bro. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's social media that have BG Bird all them in their feelings and like gotta stand on the street code, and I respect it because I started some of that stuff. But
Right?
but like I say, and well, even with Boosie, like I said, you can hide history, but you can't erase it. Like, there's a lot of stuff I started, like they can't get around it. You know what I'm saying? But
But some of that shit be selective gangsterism because you ain't
fact,
standing on it too tough if you friends with Whack 100.
big fact. That's what I be saying
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
I saw
And
BG
then
saying the same thing.
I'm wondering what's gonna happen when them two run into each other.
Um, I would say this. It depends on who BG with, depends on who Whack with, if they're gonna collide. Uh, Another thing, BG still on probation, so he got to be careful because Whack will tell on him. He going to jail if he attack Whack. There's no secret about that. So, but Whack keep a lot of security too. So Whack do a lot of balking, but he keep a lot of security with him. So it's a toss up if they behind the stage, whatever. Because I know
Why
BG. You know?
why you think he came at why you think he came at you or BG so hard like that?
Well, he come from me because what I've learned. Because at first I had to get used to a lot of the disrespect on social media. I was like, man, what this
Mhm.
majority of the youngsters I was getting into it is youngsters. Like, where your mother, where your father? Like, who are you? So then
Right.
they're talking the word trolling. So I was like, oh, that's what this. And then I learned how to what you call that thing on your Instagram when you take the ad off where you can't at me no more. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, as I'm learning this stuff, right, I said, okay, now I'm gonna go to war with them because you can't at me, so I mean my people can't see what you're telling me and none of that stuff. And now I can just build up my stuff. And once I built up everything, I took the ad off. Let's get it now because now I got a name. You know what I'm saying? I'm an internet gangster now. So a lot of them be scared of me now. But
yeah,
Wack like to bark a lot because he know nobody not gonna get to him and see him. Cause prime example, when I went in the what you call that clubhouse, he was doing all this
right.
cussing. I let him cuss because it take two to fuss. So I'm not about to be arguing, give me no headache or none of that. And I was like, you finished? So that killed him. He didn't want him to get on a thing with me no more. Another thing let you know that he really not with the bull. I went to those jumper to California by myself
Right.
where he work at. And I was like, Adam, who I come here with? He like, Adam posted. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if you really wanted to see me, you would have pulled up and did what you had to do. But it all
You
be a
know what?
blessing
You know what bothered me about that West Coast
with that.
is they they be ready to kill a black person for doing some shit that they kiss a white person's ass for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a black person can say something and
Mhm.
and and you gotta die. Like how they did Aaron the plumber. Aaron the plumber wanted to fade. And it's we gonna kill this and do that. But you can have a white boy who you break bread with bring your ops to the table and that's cool. It makes no sense to me. It's
So
like they only
they
push.
want to hurt Aaron the plumber?
Yeah, they was talking big shit about Aaron the plumber because he wanted somebody spit on him and he wanted to fade.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Yeah, I fucks with Aaron the plumber. Wack was saying like, mamas, kids, everybody could get touched because you this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, damn, a nigga spit on him and had a gun and he just wanted to fade. Like, I don't see what's wrong with that.
Man, Aaron the plumber, a big dude. Let me tell you something. I just saw him in Atlanta. Him and Charles White just did a 20 versus 2. And he said he's training now to uh 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 he's training now for a celebrity boxing match. That's a big guy.
He's a funny nigga too. What you and Charleston still tight, ain't y'all?
Man, that's my bro, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's something else, man. I don't know. I ain't never met him or had a conversation with him, but I wonder what he the same nigga in person that he be on the net.
No, no, totally different. No. Like the reason why I'm saying that because like I would be home laying down. Me and Charles live in the same city. He
Mm.
might call, he said, what's up, old N? I'm like, what's that? Man, let's go out. All right, give me the address. Charleston White brought me to my first strip club. I had never in my life been to a strip club, right?
For
So
real?
never, yeah. So we go to strip club. It was all right. The first was all right, but the second one, GDs, DGs, GD, DD, DG, that and that man, that I don't like women. I don't let women give me lap dance. Uh, I haven't, I haven't, I haven't gotten to making it rain. I just don't believe in that. I like that the women grind and hustling, but my thing be, first of all, don't give me no lap dance because if I can't hump you, don't sit on me. That ain't gonna happen. Making it, my thing be, instead of me making it rain, I might as well pay you and let's go in here and give me some
Right.
before so like when I went to this party with Joker, he had a bunch of ones, so he give me a stack. I'm like, bro, I told you in y'all interviews on Real Life Street Star, I don't do this. So you give me this money I bought a soda and I put the rest in my pocket.
Get the fuck
Now,
out of here.
yeah, he said he told Big Homie CC from Chicago. He said, man, I forgot gangster don't like to make it rain. Yeah, I don't know. I would say this. I think like once I get my movie deal or I start making like 40, 50,000 a month on YouTube,
Mm.
I might go and play one day, like here y'all go and give back. But right now, I, I just can't. I can't get into that.
Hey, I don't blame you. I can't do it like that either. You know, if it's a chick I fuck with, then it's whatever. But shit, just to give away
Yeah,
1,000 or
yeah,
2,000
yeah.
for a hot 20 minutes, I don't know about that.
I ain't humping you. Nah, I'm gonna be mad later on because we're gonna have when them bills start coming. I'm gonna be thinking about that thousand I threw. Like, man, I could have put that over here on whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
I got my son in prison. I got grandbabies. I got homies that need me. Man,
But some of
yeah,
these niggas don't be taking care of that business while they throwing that money.
yeah, that's a fact. So,
Yeah.
like, I go with Chaucer. Chaucer gonna get about 5, 10,000 dollars worth of ones, and he gonna make it rain. You know what I'm saying? He gonna let it. He have a good time. He enjoy himself. He
Yeah.
gonna enjoy
Dallas,
himself.
I ain't
Man.
been down there yet. I've been through Houston, but I ain't hit Dallas before.
Oh man, you gotta come to Dallas, man.
Man, I'm a
Yeah,
damn sure tap in.
yeah, come on down there, man. We're gonna show you a good time, bro.
Man, speaking of Dallas, what about the damn Yellow Beezy? I hate to ask you about all this shit, but you like a crime expert, man. What you think about the Yellow Beezy situation?
I don't like it, but I would say this. Uh, If you notice, I never covered that on my page because of this. I
Right,
moved around in Dallas, right? Yellow
right,
Beezy respected in Dallas. Trap Boy Freddy respected in Dallas. He's so respected that I was waiting on Joker from Real Life Street Store at this club. I forgot the name of this club in Dallas, but we was in the back. I was waiting for Joker and Yellow Beezy. That little girl, Lotto was there. So I saw the black trucks back there. So Yellow Bees was, I mean, not Yellow Bees. Trap Boy Freddy was fussing about getting in there. So they opened the door, the bouncers, Hurricane, they opened them, and he was like, "Gangster, come on." All right. I was shocked. He was, So them little youngsters, they show me love when they see me, bro. So a lot of stuff I don't voice my opinion on. I don't
right,
get into because I move around by myself.
right.
And
Want to
I'm at a
keep it
point.
that way?
Yeah, man, because them the youngsters, they got some youngsters that's crash out behind them. But everywhere I go in Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Manfield, they love me. So I'm gonna keep it that way. So I just stayed out of that and I just watched what they was doing, but I've never done a video on it, a reaction video to it. But if I can help the young average youth, I'm gonna tell them like, be careful, do this, but as far as me, like I didn't much look into their case, bro. That's just show you.
Right,
I was like, man, I ain't gonna meddle that. I'm gonna leave that thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and
right,
raised in New Orleans. They accepted me out here in Texas. I want to keep it
right,
like that.
right.
Yeah, bro.
Nice place
But
to live.
man, I love it
Them,
out there, bro.
them to the side. Like take them out the equation. Have you seen that while you was doing your time? Like somebody that's a shooter and they down for it and they get paid, and then when they get to the joint, they like, well, maybe I
Yeah,
should.
yeah, that happens all the time in the feds. That happens all the time. People be like, okay, I'm gonna ride out, I'm gonna go hard. But if you on the streets making money, eating and enjoying life, and you ain't sending me a diamond Chinese money, oh man, you gotta come on lay down too, man. So I always tell people this. When I start changing my life, I just be like, you know what? I don't want to kill no more. It ain't no more fun. Because if I get rid of you, now it's over with, right? And that's always tell
Right,
people, I'm scared to die first because nobody's gonna retaliate like I'm gonna retaliate. But I
right.
always said that, and I can't stand when people say this. You know, some people say I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. I can't stand when people say that because I wish jail on my worst enemy because I know how horrible it is in jail. You ain't gonna get no money, no visit, no support. I want you to suffer. So I
You
be mad
wrong
with
as
my
hell.
yeah, I know
You
I am.
wrong.
That's right. I want them to suffer. I
You say
don't
you
want
don't want them
them.
to get no letters, son,
I
no
don't want
mail.
you. I don't want you to get no mail. I don't want you to be able to go to commissary. I don't want you to go to visit. No, I want you to be in there miserable, just looking stupid. Yeah, man.
That's
That's how I
wrong
be
as
feeling, my
hell,
man.
man.
Yeah, man. I want them people to suffer because I know it's hard in jail, bro. That's why I salute Bird and Slim, bro. Them boy took care of me my whole beard, bro. Man, I was good, bro. They took care of me
Yeah,
my whole beard.
so you gonna love them for life, no, regardless.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a fact.
that's
I
the
might
that's the
play
one.
and troll Bird every now and again, but overall in my family, but I love them. Yeah, I ain't going against them.
Would you say
Nope.
Bird was a good big? Obviously, Slim a good big brother. Would you say Bird was a good big brother too?
Yeah, always been to me. Yeah, I would even say that now. It's just that we come from the streets. We come from the streets, and I can't be selfish because I made a selfish move to come home. So I always
Right.
tell people I don't buy friendship; it's too expensive. Um, Look at me now. Look at my channel now, where I'm at like 176,000. Shout out to Charles White because
Man,
at first I was stagnated. I was like at 153 till he coming on. I done shot back up, but I got 100 some thousand subscribers within a year. That's hard to do on YouTube, you know.
right.
So I done broke down a lot of barriers that a lot of people can't do, trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at a lot of that, I be like, man, I did it without them. But now just imagine if I had their support, Bird, Lil Wayne, Juvie, Turk, BG. If I had their, I'd have been, through the. I might have
Yeah,
a deal by now.
but then it wouldn't be your own.
I don't care.
It'll be
I had
yours.
the money. I don't listen. I don't know who ever said money can't buy you happiness. Or money, they lied. Okay, that was somebody that was broke. They had no money. Money buy love, and money make me happy because every time I get paid, I be happy. Yeah.
That motherfucker that said that shit be happy too when they get a check, man.
Big facts. Yeah.
Motherfuckers just be saying shit.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People just. What you think about the Drake suing the record company?
A smart move. Very smart
Right,
move. Because my thing is, okay, now I would say this because for a long time I was wondering what all this over here was going to take him down because I remember when he had that song when he was dissing me when he say, I ain't much from around. How y'all gonna let me run it down here and I ain't much from around here? I'm like, he
right.
from Canada and he got the United States rocking with him, killing the
Smash.
game, right? So on one hand, I was waiting for somebody to come through and I humbled him, right? But on the other hand, it's like, I mean, like let's be honest now. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. But who like I know in New Orleans, Detroit, ain't nobody they call saying, man, put that Kendrick in. They
Nah,
just not doing that. You gonna
nah.
hear that boss, you gonna hear them put that boss man D'Lo in, little baby in, Rollo in. But so I was like, man, this man made a diss song and went crazy, went to the top with it. Like you could
Yeah,
tell who the people be behind and help push stuff, right?
it do
But
look weird.
you know what I'm saying? But like I say, shout out to him. It was a good battle. I liked the competition part, but I like certain things if Drake feel like, man, come on, man, I'm a big dog, I'm a top artist. Anywhere in the world, this one song or this here on shoot pads, y'all did something
Right,
y'all didn't have no business. Cause look at it, look when his album dropped. Uh, uh, Drake still had the number one album over him.
right, right.
You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
looking at that.
Go
Like
ahead.
if they did Drake, then it kind of devalue the catalog your people own.
Yeah, man. So a lot of that stuff, bro. I watch it, I pay attention to it, but sometimes I just don't voice my opinion on it for the simple fact, I never know when I might need one of them. Like that's
Right,
why I don't talk bad about Kendrick. I might be on the West Coast, I might need Kendrick. I might need him to do an
right,
interview on my channel or something. Vice versa with
right,
Drake.
right.
So I listen to their music, I support them, I just voice my opinion because I was team Drake due to Cash Money, but then I stopped being selfish and started saying, well, hold on. Drake ain't give me no shout out. Drake ain't come on my channel. Man, shout out to Kendrick. I don't take nobody's side. I'm just gonna call it how I see it. And they not like us.
Man, you
Man,
know he can't come on your channel, man.
who can? Kendrick?
It can't none of
Why you
they gonna
can't?
say hey,
But hold on. Bro, I'm not in the streets. I run a business, social media. Why
right.
you can't why you can't come on my channel and support or do an interview just like you go on anybody else's channel?
Selective gangsterism.
Oh
The
yeah, I
same
already
way
know that. Yeah,
some people would be like you told and then sign a deal with Desiree Perez.
big fat boy. I like that analogy.
You
But
know
I would
what
say this
I'm
here: if I ever see BG, what I'm gonna run down on him, I'm gonna press on them to do an interview.
saying? He
Listen,
ain't gonna be able to hate you in your face.
yeah, you know how Dr. Dre say, "You think I sold them all?" Like, bro, like You know, in person, when you see a person, the different feelings come out. Like, man, that's my
Yeah.
dog. This is my people. Like, give me a hug. That man, what's up? Da, da, da. But I don't know, man. It depends when I see him, bro. I'm gonna have that phone out or that camera roll. Like, man, what's up? Let's talk about this now, man.
Because I know I followed the code to a T, right?
Uh
But
huh.
when I quit the game, like I was a money guy. But when we had an issue, it was a couple of guys around me that might have been more on your side that like to touch people and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
So as I'm putting the money together to get them out of a situation that they put themselves in, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm not begging for the money or passing the hat around. I'm counting it, pulling it out of my own personal stash. Nigga tell me it's bigger than Nino Brown. So after I bailed them, and now I'm a dude that graduated, been to college, and I just ended up doing this because I know about it, and this is where the money at. But some of these people been in the street since we was in middle school. But as soon as some shit go down, it ain't me bitching and snitching. It ain't me running. It's the niggas that been doing shit their whole life telling me how it's bigger than Nino Brown. And when I realized that, I quit the game because some other people would have been like, yeah, it's all right, you told on him. He been getting money. He got this and that going on. Fuck him. That's so I've been peeping the selective gangsterism because it's a lot of people out here that got paperwork or that made statements, and then a motherfucker say you told, but they then wrote tickets in jail, or they made statements in the precinct, or they told the DA something. It's so many different levels of talking too much. Can't nobody really say shit about nobody right now, but niggas ain't being honest.
Say, bro, I mean, you just call them. You just said a mouthful because I know of a great deal of people. Uh, People send me people paperwork to my DM. But my thing is, I'm not into exposing people. I'm
Right.
not into trying to get somebody hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a civilian now. I honestly pay taxes now. So, yeah, bro, I get a lot of paperwork, a lot of stuff. You'd be like, whoa. But I'm like, man, don't cross me. Don't play with me. You good. But you know how the
Right.
Trevor Hawk say, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like when I get angry. That what happens when you play with me. I'm like, hold on. Because a lot of people love and support me, man. They send me a lot of stuff, bro. I just don't put out expose people, but man, it's a lot of rappers, a lot of people I got stuff on. I be
Yeah.
like, man, I could destroy this guy. Some people I even hit their DM and say, look what I got. Oh man. Say, bro, please. All right, bro. Look, I ain't gonna trip. I don't ask for no money. I don't try to extort them and none of that. Cause God bless me, man. So
Right.
I'm not
So
where I
you ain't
want to
out here
be,
big you and niggas, is you?
huh?
You
You
say
say?
you ain't trying to extort them. I say you ain't out here big you and niggas, is you?
Nah, man, that was in my past, bro. Browns had to be free. A lot don't. It, 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 it it takes a lot to upset me. Because I'm content with what I have. You know, of course
Right.
I'm going to keep going, and grow more. But man, I'm enjoying life, bro. I'm so happy out. Like me and Deez would say, I don't got to worry about lockdown. I can eat what I want to eat. You know, I can go to bed
Right.
when I want to go to bed. Man, I can just get to ride around and sightsee. So I'm just grateful
Have
for
as many
the
pillows
small
as you want.
facts. I ain't gonna them come and take all the pillow. That's crazy you say that, bro. Yeah, man, how many blankets I want? They tell me one blanket, one sheet. Man, I need nothing. It's cold in here. So I get to go to Walmart when I want to, bro. Bro, it's just a blessing, man. You know what's
I
crazy?
usually think what?
When we was riding the day in the French quarters, trying to make it to our destination, I didn't film this, but the look, the excitement that Diesel had made me be like, man, back in the day when we was running around wilding and at war with each other and doing our thing, this was something petty. That was small. We didn't much cherish these little moments. That right now we like, man, we happy to see a bunch of white folks and people walking around the first quarter, some blacks, and these like, man, look at it. And I'm looking at him like, man, I understand, bro. You did 30, you been on 6 months. So it's a blessing, man. You ain't gotta be, with the bull gambling, going in the field and working and people slaving you and you ain't getting paid. In the field, at least you get
Right.
paid. State they should work them. But yeah, you just don't have to go through that. Another thing I learned, because when I was in the Fed, or if I call home and tell somebody to send me some money or send some pictures, do this and this, and I call back 15, 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, yo, you handle it? Why you ain't do? And I'm mad now, right? Because in my mind, I thought when they pop out doors, like some people, like I didn't have a job. I wanted to get one later on because I just want to stay out. So I started cleaning the phones and the computers. But
Right.
I thought that because I come out my cell, put my TV, my chair in the search box, watch TV all day, or go walk the track, jog the track, work out, and then that's it. That the people on the streets ain't had nothing to do. It wasn't until I got out here that I realized, man, time go by so fast. There's not enough
Right.
time in the day. You be like, I'm gonna do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do it, I gotta do it tomorrow. And I'm like, man, I should be mad with my mother and a lot of people for not moving. I want them to move when there's a lot going on out here, man. It's a
You
lot.
know what? You know what, OG Giggity? The truth of the matter is, we all in our own little prisons. And some of us won't lock in and lock down on what we supposed to lock in and lock down on, so we get locked in and locked down on. But
Mm.
either you in prison with chasing your dreams, securing your career, securing your family. All of these things create a little box. You know what I'm saying? And I think we look past it and we only notice the box that somebody made, because it go both ways. That's just like somebody may only see somebody in prison, like, okay, well, they in that box, but you don't see the box you in, to whereas you don't have time to write a letter or you don't have time to send that money. And while you on the phone, it sound good, like, yeah, I'm about to do that right now. No sooner than you get off the phone, life happens.
Yeah, bro. That's a fact.
And you really,
That's why as a Muslim we always say, I'm about to do this, inshallah, God's will, because it may not be God's will for me to do that. Like you said, as soon as I get on the phone, something bad can happen, something can happen. So it's always when I'm gonna hang out with you, man. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, God's will, because tonight might be my last night.
that's one thing I got to give you credit for. You ain't put your kufi down when you got your
No,
money or got out of jail. How do
man.
you how do you feel about some guys that may have had a, because my prior life gives me a certain amount of influence, even though I'm legitimate now, you know, but I'm not willing to use my legitimacy or my spirituality to, how can I say this, to add leverage to my past to make people do shit that may be against their own best interest. So I wonder, how do you feel when other Muslim brothers, they, and then they use that same leadership to take advantage?
I get very upset because I feel that when we in prison, what better place to find your Lord? You don't got no distraction. You get to read and study, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you hold it in down while you in prison. Like you said, you got the kufi on, you got the Quran up under here. You stepping, you want a religious war with everybody. You there making a rakah, you doing salat, you doing all this. You praying, asking God to release you from that place. Praying, asking God to protect your family, guide your family. And then when you get out here, throw the kufi down, put the Quran down. Now you back with the wine, you dig, you heard me, you picking up the bottles, smoking, you do it. Me personally, the reason why it upsets me so because I watched this video. It's called "The Line of the Desert" and it's called "The Messenger." It's talking about
Okay.
how Islamic was established, what the brothers and sisters went through, uh, being persecuted, being like it just showed the struggle they went through to establish Islam, and now you got over 1 billion Muslims around the world, and y'all playing with the Deen. So that ticks me off, right? Me. So I'm not perfect. I want to be the first one to say that. So when I admonish people, I make sure that I'm talking to myself because my ears are the closest. So I just ask God that I make sure I pray. I pray five
Right.
times a day. Even if I'm behind on the prayer, I'm going to make it up. I'm going to pray regardless. Because sometimes I might be feeling down, stressed out, whatever the case may be. I don't wear my feelings on my shoulder, but when I pray, I'm more at ease. I feel more comfortable. Um,
Right.
Sometimes I go to think of the evil, like I be thinking about. It's like 20 people that I feel like got away with stuff that I be like, you know what? All right now. So, but when I pray, it just remind me that hey, you just did half your life in prison. Now you home leaving people alone. So that's why I be like, I tell people, bro, I don't want no problem. I'm not looking for no problem. But if a fight start, I will put it out. And then
Right.
from there, it triggers you. You're right. So I always pray like I don't care if I'm in Walmart parking lot, Burger King, man, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna get my salad. I have to pray, bro, because I feel like God released me from that prison, and I'm not gonna turn my back on him out here. That's just my
Right.
religious belief. So I always make sure I pray all the
Yeah.
time.
Them people you talking about, man, they ain't get away. You just choosing them to get them in a different way. Cause like
Yeah,
now when they see you on the net, they dying every time you got
man.
them
Listen,
views. You know what I'm saying?
that's one of the reasons why. Like I've been wanting to retire from YouTube, right? But that's one of the reasons I be still. Yeah, yeah. I want to get on my Tyler Perry, 50 Cent. I want to do movies. I want to be in the back. Cut time. Yeah, no, run. I'm getting tired of social media. Um, so that's why I still be on it because I know it's a lot of people. I ain't gonna say a lot. Oh, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna recant that. It's like a handful. Cause I get more love than hate. So it's like a
Right.
handful of people that was hating on me that wanted me to fail, that couldn't wait for me to fall. And God just keep on.
You
Bro, I've
only thought you was
been,
gonna get 15 minutes.
my baby told me 5 minutes. He said, you're gonna get 5 minutes and ain't nobody gonna hear from me no more. So I was like, all right. Let me be honest with you. I didn't care. Because my thing was, I don't know nothing about social media. I don't
Right.
care. Give me 5 minutes, give me another five. And I'm cool with that. At least my message got out, right? But man, it been
Right.
2 years. I said that's a long y'all count. The count out here in the society is different from the prison count.
Damn.
5 minutes,
You know
five
what just
minutes.
crossed my mind? With you
No, I
speaking
don't.
on how Birdman is, right? And we
Uh-huh.
know he know how social media work. You think he said that? You think he might have said that shit to you on purpose because he knew you would have been good on here?
Yeah, because I could tell, I could hear the madness in his voice when we were talking. But you gotta keep in mind, I was getting money, um, arrogant, cars, clothes, girls. So now that I was home, I was at my job too. Um, and when he said that, I was like, all right, this man about to give me 10 grand. That man, Vlad gave me $10,000 to tell a
Mm,
story that I told half of my life for free. So you mean to tell me
mm.
this man about to give me 10,000 to sit down and tell the same story that I was in prison bragging and talking about for free? Man, I don't believe you. When that man said me the first 2,000, I said, man. Then we get out. Look. Shout out to Vlad too, because I was a little nervous. Cause he owed me 8 more thousand. So we talking. I did the interview, and I'm like, all right, I want my money, but I don't want to see him too thirsty. But I'm like, man, all right. So he was like, look what he said. He said, hold on, let me handle this right quick. He went on that Zelle, 8,000. I was like, man, boy, I'm making, bro. I don't got to go to the streets no more. I done made a quick. Oh, it's on now. Then like I would realize street store. Man, give me 7,500. They so man, like I've been getting
And
so
that was
much
your
love.
first bank account? Was that your first bank account?
No, no, no. My first check from YouTube was 2,500. Then my next one was 5,500. Then my next one was 22,800.
Oh man. No, I'm saying this bank account that was getting all them checks, was that your first bank account, period?
Well, no, because in jail I had got with a guy and I had got a credit union account.
Okay.
See, when I was in jail, I was already building on my credit. I was getting credit calls. I was already willing and dealing, so I had a bank account. I
That's
had a
what's
credit
up.
union. Yeah, I had a credit union. But just
That's your
when I got out, when I went to Chase Bank, a lot of that stuff was new to me with the sale and hooking all this. That was kind of new to me. Navy Federal, um,
yeah.
'cause they Navy Federal did me so dirty. I signed up with them through my sister, and they I went to change the address, so they took me out some kind of fraud alert, or something, held my money for like a year. I said,
Yeah.
what's going on, man? But they finally
That's
freed
how
me.
they
They told you.
when you with Navy Federal, when they send that text message, you gotta respond to that bitch immediately or they'll lock shit up.
Yeah, but you gotta understand this, bro. When I come home, I'm gonna say 99% of the people was against me. Like it was just me. God, mom was there, but she don't know. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody was teaching me nothing. I just had to learn on my own. Ask me, hey, how you do this? How you... See, I've always been one of the ones that if I don't know, I ask. You just gotta tell me
Right.
no, or you don't want to be bothered. But so, like, I still know how to work the iPhones now. 'Cause I didn't have the help. Like I told Diesel, I said, bro, you got it good because you come home to your daughters. They love you. They support you. They rock you. My daughters love me to rock, but they was busy doing their own stuff and having their own
Right.
business. So I didn't get the love and support like Diesel got. Like, he got me now. He got Crypto Jeezy.
Right.
He got us showing him how to do YouTube, how to make money. Every time somebody booked me to do an interview, I tell, hey, I got these. You want to interview Diesel? So I'm helping him get money too, and I'm not touching this money. Like, there's nobody out here. Like, I start calling myself the YouTube hookup, the alley hoop king, because a lot of that, yeah, because people might hit me up and be like, yo, man, you can hook me up with Charles White, you can hook me up with such. I'm like, all right. Now I can go to Charles and say, how much you charge? Or I want 10. I might go to them and say, hey, man, Charles want 15. All right, and I can cuff. But what I
Right.
do is, somebody do, somebody, if I know them, I'm like, hold on, yo, such a 100. All right, I'm gonna put y'all two together, I get out the way. So nobody can never say I took money from them, I negotiated a deal for them, I put y'all together, and I get out the way, because I don't care. I make my own money.
Right. But
So
that's how it
everybody
should
can
go, man. That's
yeah,
the one problem with niggas. They want to make all the money on every single deal. Sometimes you're gonna make all the money. Sometimes you don't get nothing.
right.
Sometimes somebody gets you on the back end. You
That's
know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
you do it just to keep your name circulating. But motherfuckers ain't got no respect for how shit
Mhm.
really work though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
Right.
really fucked it up. That's one
Mhm.
of them polo. That's one of them polo hoodies.
Yeah, come on, man. You see me?
Yeah.
You see
You
me,
still.
man? Come on, man. Yo,
I see it.
I
I
still
see
got
it.
my swagger. I still got the swagger.
You better have the polo socks on too.
Can't believe you just said something like that, bro.
I
Come
gotta
on,
call
man.
you out. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Come on, man. Bro,
I just,
listen. This OG get it. Go look at my Instagram. You gonna see I was on polo head to toe from back then. Polo, jabos, polo sock ballets, Tommy Hill. Come on, man. It's me, baby.
don't, hey, I got some jabos in the house. Don't make me go whip out some jabos with the tags on them.
Okay. But do you got the
Man, look,
jabot? You don't got the jabot with that knife pocket on the side, the one we wore back in the day.
them the only ones to get, man.
I'm talking about with the knife pocket on the field pocket on the
Yes,
side. Man, you
yes,
ain't got. Let me see.
sir.
I don't believe you
Now
got them.
look, I will. I swear I do. I got the black with the gold stitch in the house, and I got the gray with the white stitch. Them black
Man,
ones with the gold stitch is classic.
send me a picture, bro. I gotta make sure that you got the right jabot, bro.
Man, I ain't gonna waste your time.
Send me a picture.
But look, the Reeboks y'all wear is ugly though. The
No, which
mids
one?
with the strap.
Nah, we don't want them. We wore the classic read. They don't sell them no more. It was the
They don't
high
sell the
top white,
classic.
the high top black. They don't want to sell those no more.
Why was y'all that? The low tops is still considered classic Reeboks too though.
Yeah, they call them, but we call them dirty girls.
What?
Yeah, that we call them dirty girls. The project like the hood girl.
Get the
I got
fuck
a pair.
out! Hell no, man.
Listen, bro. That in New Orleans, that what they call them, dirty girls. Or those shoes, right? But I got a pair of
No.
all blue, pair of red ones, pair of black ones. I got red and white. Man,
See, I'm a generation after you. In my city, in your generation, it was about the Adidas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It is about the Adidas. It's
yeah,
for sure about the Adidas, man. Yeah.
mhm, yeah.
I can't believe you got the motherfucking socks on too. I fucks with you, OG Giggity, man.
That's what's up, bro.
Man, I damn sure appreciate your time, man. Is anything you want to let the people know before we close it down, bro?
Yeah, make sure y'all check out my YouTube channel, Gangster the Original Hot Boy. I got an Instagram. Like I said, I didn't know. I'm trying to fix it now. It's called Gangster. What is it? Terrance Gangster Williams Home. I know the name long, but it's Terrance Gangster Williams Home. My Facebook is Terrance Emmanuel Williams, my whole government. Check out Diesel 30 Flat. He on Instagram. He spent a lot of time on Instagram. He have a YouTube channel. Check out Crypto Jeezy. He have a Instagram and his YouTube. His Instagram is Rod Jeezy. Man, and we grinding, bro. We out here grinding,
Yeah.
man.
Man, you doing the damn thing. Let me ask you this. Did you know you was going to be a star, be famous, or did you see it?
No, my mind. I thought I was come on. I wanted to get into the music and movies, but I never thought I would get into YouTube or become popular on YouTube. No, real talk. Cause I never used the phone in prison. I was scared to use the phone. I didn't never want to get in trouble.
Even though you in there with the 10-inch shank, you scared to have a phone?
Yeah, because the shank is to protect my life and my people that's with me. The phone, you gotta get comfortable. You on there with a girl, y'all looking at each other face, you trying to jack all you doing while police catch you. Nah, man. I already get caught with that knife because I know that was for protect my life versus this phone because I want pleasure
Damn.
and I can't get to the woman.
So even in your ignorance, you still on your ding.
Big facts.